I'm coming. Not to compete, but to win. Not to show up, but to show out. Not to be amongst the rest, but to be the best. I'm coming. I'm coming to work and not to play. I'm coming to kill it and not to kick it. I'm coming.
Deion Sanders, aka Primetime, is arguably one of the greatest athletes of all time. Now he's the head coach at Colorado University, bringing his winning culture in a way that we have never seen before in college sports. In this video, we'll talk about how Deion became Primetime, what he's done to completely flip the culture in Colorado, and the insane business impact he has had so far. But first, let's kick things off with a quick history lesson. Deion Sanders competed in football, baseball, basketball, and track while in high school, otherwise known as the old quadruple threat. He actually got the nickname Primetime playing basketball in high school because of his flashy play and larger-than-life persona on the court. Back then, just like now, he was a must-watch. Although he was drafted by the Royals to play baseball in high school, Deion turned this opportunity down to bring his talents to Florida State. He chose Florida State because it was close to home and they were going to allow him to play right away. As a freshman, Deion competed in 3 sports: baseball, track, and football, finding success in all 3. His senior year, he won the Jim Thorpe Award for Best Defensive Back in the country. The legend of Primetime continued to grow. In 1988, he was drafted by the Yankees in the 30th round. Legend has it he showed up to the combine without even stretching or warming up and ran a 4.27 40 time.
I don't even believe I stretch. You know why? Because I never seen a cheetah stretch before he go get his prey.
Now that's next level burst. In 1989, Deion became the 5th overall pick by the Atlanta Falcons, kickstarting an illustrious career as a top-notch cornerback and return specialist.
Look good, feel good, play good, you pay good.
This motto perfectly describes Deion Sanders in the past, present, and future. With Deion splitting his focus between baseball and football, there was no chance he could be special in both, right? People spend their whole lives training hoping to be good at just one, right? On Tuesday, September 5th, Deion hit a home run for the New York Yankees. That same week, he started in his first ever NFL game. On his second punt return of the game, this happened.
Sanders retreats back to the 32, drops the ball again. Primetime Sanders shows how he got his nickname as he goes all the way for a touchdown.
Playing both sports in 1 week is crazy, but a few years later, Deion did something even more improbable. On October 10th, 1992, Deion played 2 innings for the Atlanta Braves in the NLCS. That night, he flew from Pittsburgh to Miami to play corner, returner, and wide receiver for the Atlanta Falcons. Afterwards, he flew back to Pittsburgh for a baseball game that night. He ended up being a healthy scratch from the lineup, but it is still impressive nonetheless. Deion is widely considered the best corner in NFL history. He was an 8-time Pro Bowler with 53 interceptions and 25.1 yards per interception, which is second all time. Deion also won back-to-back Super Bowls, one with the 49ers and then one with the Cowboys the next season. He was no slouch on the baseball diamond either. The highlight of his baseball career was the 1992 World Series. The Braves ended up losing in 6 games, but Deion led both teams with a .533 batting average and 5 stolen bases. Deion is the first and only person to play in both the Super Bowl and a World Series. In 2011, Deion was inducted to the Football Hall of Fame.
Hall of Famers, I am so privileged and so thankful to be amongst you.
Love him or hate him, one thing is undeniable: Deion has a way with words. It is no surprise that after his playing career was over, he capitalized on that gift. Deion was a very successful broadcaster that brought a lot of energy every time he was on TV.
You know, we live, right?
Yes,
And I love it.
Beyond being a broadcaster, he also had plenty of opportunities to profit off of his brand, including a reality show and plenty of commercials.
Have we ever met before? I don't think so.
In 2020, Deion announced he was leaving NFL Network. There was just this competitive itch that he just had to scratch. Deion had very little coaching experience, but one thing was certain: he would be able to motivate a team. Some people have that, and some just don't.
Who drove over here? Quick, let me see your hands. Who took the bus? You have fire in your gut?
Ain't nobody coming in your house. Ain't nobody coming in your street. Ain't nobody coming to your block. Ain't nobody coming to your crib
that's gonna whoop you. Understood?
Deion's coaching journey started at Jackson State University, where he aimed to bring recognition to HBCUs. The football program had not been successful in a very long time. Would he be able to improve the team quickly? Deion answered that question right away. In just 3 years, he completely turned the program around, clinching 2 consecutive Southwestern Athletic Conference football championship titles and finishing with a 27-6 record. He even got his sons to join his team as well. Deion Sanders was the starting corner for the team, following in the footsteps of his father, and Deion Sanders was the starting quarterback. Okay, fine, he was successful, but Jackson State is not competing against top talent. No way could he turn a Power 5 team around, right? The year before Prime arrived, Colorado went 1-11. The program had not been successful in years. This would definitely be the biggest coaching challenge for him to date. Deion's approach isn't conventional. He made it very clear day one that he was going to do things his way. Anyone that was not up for the challenge was encouraged to find another team to play for.
Some of y'all that really got it, that really want it, and really deserve it, and you got to play beside a fool that don't want it, don't deserve it, they don't even love it. I promise you, it's my job to get rid of it.
Not only did he tell people to leave, he brought over players, coaches, and staff members from Jackson State University, including his sons Shedeur and Shiloh. It's all about instilling a winning mentality, earning everything, and of course, a touch of that signature Prime swagger. If a player didn't take that as a challenge and they didn't try to prove him wrong, then they weren't the type of player he was looking for on his team. Prime is a player-first coach, but he also has some old school rules as well.
What's so important that you get to check a phone right now? What's that important? Other than where you are. This is the moment. Stay in it.
By holding his players to a high standard, he knows who is willing to put in the work and take things seriously and who's flatly just not. In return, the players not only get an opportunity to be on a highly visible team, they also have a coach that genuinely cares about them, both on and off the field. One way Deion shows his appreciation is by thinking of everything from a player's perspective. He used to be one, so of course he gets it. One example of this is having players' social media handles on the back of their jerseys during practice.
Everybody wants to be followed. Everybody wants to be that person. So why not help them?
Now, NIL has completely changed the college landscape. Players now, more than ever, can benefit from the exposure they receive in college sports. Not only that, Deion's son, Deion Sanders Jr., runs a YouTube channel where he documents the team's journey as well. So far, this coaching method has led to more success on the field as well.
Prime time. Deion wins his first one. Up wants a run. Touchdown, Colorado. This time he does it with his legs. And that's old school Deion. Prime time.
I took my hat off and I took my glasses off and I said, when I talk to grown-ups, I take my hat and my glasses off. That's what my mother taught me.
All we do is go out here, work our butts off, and do our job on Saturday. But when they give us ammunition, they unmessed around and made it work. I know what you was getting ready to do. I got you. These are the prime blenders. These are the prime shades. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right.
So today's
Into the end zone, in a crowd, no good. The Buffaloes improved to 3-0.
The story is over, man. Right? They're fighting for clicks, we're fighting for wins. What's the difference?
Clap! 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 Clap!
On their shoulder, felt like a lot of people were watching this game to see what would happen with Colorado, forgetting just how good of a team Oregon is.
good old-fashioned butt kicking. No excuses, no nothing. Their coaches did a heck of a job preparing their team. Obviously, we didn't.
The most impressive part of Coach Prime has been the impact he has made off of the field. Everything Deion touches turns to gold. He's a walking brand, and it's all about that winning business mindset. Colorado's third game of the season versus Colorado State drew 9.3 million viewers. That became the most watched late-night college football game ever on ESPN. Season tickets are sold out for the first time in program history. TV ratings are through the roof, and all anybody can talk about is Colorado football. Not Georgia, not Alabama, Colorado. Oh, and those sunglasses you saw him giving out? Less than a week later, Blenders had brought in over $4.5 million from those sales. That's not too shabby. Can we take a second to acknowledge the most obvious sponsorship opportunity ever? Prime prime time. I mean, it just has to happen. Come on, Logan, KSI, let's do this. Sadly, it hasn't happened yet. So how does all this impact college football moving forward? Well, it's a game changer. Deion's early success at Colorado sets the stage for what's to come. Imagine how this team will be once he has a few more years to recruit the best of the best talent. Based on this image of him with the #1 quarterback from the 2025 class, it won't be long before he takes more and more top level prospects from big name schools. The way that Deion is looking out for the future of the players off of the field and looking to promote them as much as possible is exactly what players are looking for. Other teams will take note, and we will see them try to incorporate more and more ways to promote players and make money for the players. I could also see Deion leaving college in a few years, following his kids to the NFL. Either way, it's exciting to watch, and I can't wait to see what happens next. Primetime has me hooked in. Thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe so that you're notified when my next video comes out, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.